welcome to my channel. In this video, I will describe to you a very beautiful crocheted open work that I prepared with spaghetti yarn and baby cotton yarn. Can you see the beauty of the model? It progresses so enjoyable, it is an incredibly practical work, and it grows very fast. Look, the image is already magnificent. The front side is like this. It can be used on both sides. Look at the back side. I have started a very nice project like this, and I wanted to describe this model to you right away. It is going really incredibly enjoyable. Can you see? It is a very nice example. It is a chain and a handrail and a single crochet technique. Using these three techniques, you can create such a beautiful model. We will work on where you can use this model. You can use this model on cardigans, vests, blouses. You can make runners. You can make throw pillows. You can prepare shawls. That is, we can use it in many places we can think of. I think it is a very nice example, even on bags. I have shared the whole production process with you in detail, step by step. I hope it will be useful before moving on to the recipe. I would like to make a small request from you. I would be very happy if you can subscribe to our channel for free, like the video, and leave your comments. Let's move on to our recipe. I will use spaghetti yarn, baby cotton yarn, to describe the model. I will have 3 millimeters in my crochet number. You can make your own crochet according to the thinness and thickness of your own yarn, the density and looseness of your knitting. You can determine your number. First, we start with a chain. After making our first chain, we draw our starting chains, a little looser than the setting we knitted. Since we set up the model in the first row, we will not waste any time counting the chains. Let's prepare our chains so that they are approximately 15 to 20 centimeters larger than the size we want. If we have a leftover chain, we can remove our thread by cutting or removing it. But let's definitely pull our chains tighter. Now, because I will describe a small example, let that be enough for me to draw so many chains here. Now look, here I turned the reverse part of my chain, not the straight part, and used those dashed lines at the back. The reason is, since we started with a direct chain, I used the back dashed line of the chain so that the end and the beginning look the same. I don't dig into the chain like this. I turn it and use it on the back cut line. We get a more uniform look. Because in this project, look, I will start directly like this. It will always be the same way at the end. That is, I use this technique in this way because there will be no different knitting transition at the edges and at the beginning. I recommend you to do this as well. We get a nice look. Now we pulled our chain until it reaches the size we want. We turn our chain upside down. We fill it to the beginning of the one we cast, and we leave the 1234 chain at the beginning and sink to the back cut line of the V chain and make a stitch. We have 3 loops, we wrap them, we fill them both together, we knit them together and double. We have prepared a handrail. We have prepared our handrail by wrapping it around again, coming into the same chain, removing the loop again, knitting both of them together, and preparing our handrail. We come back into the same chain and knit our third handrail. Look, we have knitted 4 chains and 3 handrails in the corner, and now we leave 1, 2, 3 chains at the bottom and put them on the cut line of the 4th chain. We sink and make a stitch directly, look and fill it. We have 2 stitches. We knit single crochet, leave 4 chains and 5. We left 3 handrails and 3 chains on the chain and started the 4th chain with a single crochet. By the way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. After 1 chain, we fill it to the beginning of the loam, and now we leave 1, 2, 3, 4 chains at the bottom, sinking into the cut line of the V chain and removing the loop. We knit 3 double handrails in this gap. We fill the same gap with a second handrail. We fill the chain with a second handrail. The same third handrail on the chain. Look, we made 5 chains here and left 4 chains at the bottom. We knit 3 double handrails in the 5th. Then we left 1 or 2, 3 chains and single needle in the 4th. Look directly into the 4th handrail. We are knitting. Actually, we have repeated the example at the beginning. 3 double crochet points have repeated themselves. Now, after the single crochet, we have 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We wrap it around the head of the crochet hook and leave a 1, 2, 3, 4 chain at the bottom. We sink into the V chain and knit 3 double handrails. After the 3rd handrail in the same space, we leave 1, 2, 3 chains and knit single needle directly into the fourth. Now look, the example always repeats itself like this. Here you can continue it this way for as long as you want to extend it. After the last single crochet, look, the finish will be the same way. After knitting the last single crochet, we chain 1, 2, 3, 4 to go up and turn our knitting directly. Look, we are filling up. The next steps we take are easier. After 4 chains, we wrap it around and come to the top of the last single crochet we knitted. The last single crochet we knitted is the first space here. We come to the single crochet and knit 3 handrails at this point, 1 in the same space, 2 in the same space, and 3 in the same space. Look at the handrail. We do not accept 4 chain handrails. These 4 chains become our pole point. After knitting 3 handrails on the 4 chain single needles, we had 5 chains that we pulled. Look directly, without wrapping the head. We immediately sink into the wide space of 5 chains to the point where the handrail is, and make a loop in the wide space like this. We attach the handrail to the wide gap with a single needle in this way. Then, after the single needle, what were we doing? 5 chains in the bottom row. Exactly the same here. After 3, 4, 5 chains, we were filling in. See, after a chain, we filled the points where these single needles are in return for the single needle, the triple handrail group. We will knit. Look, I'm coming to the single crochet point and knitting 3 handrails. After knitting 1, 2, 3, and 3 handrails, I come to this wide gap of 5 chains, remove the stitch, and knit a single crochet. Then we fill in 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I immediately come to the single crochet point after the 5 chains. Look. I insert the needle into it and knit 3 handrails. The example always says, look at itself like this again. In fact, since the process we performed in the first row is not just a chain, the points at which we will sink have changed, and from now on, we will always repeat this second row. Remember, after knitting 3 handrails, we left 4 chains here, and we had 3 handrails. We sink into the wide gap between the banister and the 4 chains, remove the stitch directly, and knit single crochet. Look, we finished with single crochet just like we did in the first row. We draw 1234 chains and turn the knitting music. We wrapped it around the beginning of the border. We knit 3 handrails at the first point that comes immediately to the single crochet point. 1, 2, 3, 3. Look, it's exactly the same start. After knitting 3 crochets, come directly to the wide space of 5 chains and single needle. Look, we pinned it here after the single crochet. 5 chains, 345. We are filling it immediately. Look at the second handrail point in the middle. Come to the first single crochet point and the next single crochet from the chain. Then make 3 crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then come to the wide space of 5 chains. Single crochet. 3 handrails. Single crochet. Look at the example. It always repeats itself like this. Then 5 chains. I fill in 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the last example. I come to the single crochet and knit 3 crochet groups, and what we were doing at the end, we did it in the bottom row. We directly sink into this wide gap between 3 crochets and 4 chains, remove the stitch, and finish our row with single crochet. Look, it looks like a long, very beautiful view. The example always repeats itself in this way. Then we will draw 4 chains and repeat the exact same operations and knit our knitting to the length we want. Look, I started a very nice project here. It looks really nice in this color too. I really like that it appeared in long strips. I am preparing a very nice project with this. Hopefully we will see you in the coming days. When I finish it, I would like to share it with you. A very enjoyable example. I hope it was understandable. You can use it in any work you want with peace of mind. Our recipe was like this. I wish good luck to those who will do it. Don't forget to like our video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye until we see you in the next video.